A lot of the questions I get is, who should we vote for, this or that, and I've certainly stayed out of the election process. So they're saying, well, what questions should we ask a candidate? And I say it's very simple. Ask a candidate what's their plan. What are they going to do to resolve the deficit? What is their plan? If they don't support the plan we've presented, which is certainly fine, what is their plan? Or if there's a piece of the plan they don't like, if they took that out, what would they replace it with? So, be careful about sound bites. That's not a plan. Look for the plan. Ask the questions about what is your plan to fix the $4 billion deficit on a sustainable basis, on a long-term basis, not just on a one-session basis, but on a long-term. So as Alaskans, we never revisit where we are today. Well, first of all, Delta Junction, I lived there about 7 years growing up. I started my schooling at Fort Greely and a Quonset hut as a kindergartner, and so lots of good memories in Delta. The purpose was for a farm tour, and a lot has changed in Delta since I lived there, and it's become quite a very successful agricultural area. We toured a number of farms, and it's one thing to sort of talk about agriculture as a priority, but then it's another thing to actually be there and spend time on each of the facilities that we're able to. We saw just the tip of the iceberg over there. It was just a small fraction of what is there. What they were very supportive of is the other areas of agriculture in Alaska. They talked about the Matanuska-Susitna Valley as another great area, obviously, is for a long time as our major agricultural area. And they talked about Homer as well. They said in Homer they're also doing a lot of agriculture. So it's, Alaskans feeding Alaskans. It's a great concept, and it keeps the dollars here in Alaska. One of the things we're doing this summer is I want to get out to Alaskans and talk to Alaskans about the situation we're in. And so what I've been doing is going sort of community to community and talking to the city council or the assembly members and what they've done, which I appreciate. They've called, today, like here in Homer, they called a special meeting so the public could come and listen and ask questions and engage and whatnot. Each time people come up and say, we support what you're doing, we appreciate what you're doing, we appreciate your, you're standing up for Alaska, making the tough decisions, and they recognize how tough these decisions are. And so I appreciate that. Certainly there are people that don't like any of the decisions that I've made, and I certainly can understand that. I don't like some of the decisions I've had to make, but it's not a matter of whether it's popular or not. It's a matter of really doing what's best for Alaska.